Welcome to the Tradier Rundown. I am Jim Iuorio. That's Bob Iaccino. I'm wearing a traditional Italian garb of a dark shirt. Bobby's wearing a sunny light blue shirt to reflect his sunny disposition. How are you, Robert?
This collar is itchy. How do people do this all the time? I
I
hate
don't
it.
know. I hate when someone tells me I got to put on a dress shirt and a jacket.
Oh, it's
I
ridiculous.
don't care if it's the middle of February. If I put on a dress shirt, a jacket, and a tie, I'm hot. I can be
Yeah,
standing outside and it's 10 degrees, and I just
Oh.
hate every bit of it.
It's just what am I? How does this look?
It looks
Weird,
terrible. The
right?
whole thing looks terrible.
It looks weird.
Yeah, it looks weird. Oh, anyway, this is Tradier's Rundown. I am Jim Iuorio. That's Bob Iaccino. I know I said that already. We are the hosts of Tradier's The Trader's Edge, which comes at you at 4 o'clock live Eastern time every Wednesday. Excellent show. You guys always participate a ton in it, which is amazing to us, and we have nothing but gratitude. Also, join us at unfilteredinvestor.com, where we take some of the topics we talk about on the Tradier Hub, and we break them down into more granular levels. Bobby, there was a big bank merger today, and I find it absolutely fascinating. Fifth Third takes over Comerica. Regulators haven't approved it yet, but it's a big deal. Here's some things I think, and I want to know if you think I'm crazy or not, because one thing I want to believe, and this is, I want to believe this with all my heart, and I'm not sure of it yet, is this has something to do with Mamdani and socialists potentially taking over New York, raising the corporate tax from 7% to 11%, which is his proposition so far. And this Comerica is a Sunbelt bank, so it reflects the regional drift in this country from high tax, northern, cold as hell cities to warmer, by the way, you're the guy to talk about this, to warmer, more friendly to capital places like Texas, where Comerica has a lot of branches. What do you think of all this?
First of all, I think it's a great move. I mean, Fifth Third is down here in Southwest Florida. We actually have an account at Fifth Third Bank. It's not a big one, but it's an account.
Dumbest name of a bank ever. Couldn't they have hired a consulting team of you and I to come up with a better name than Fifth Third Bank?
You know what it reminds me?
Ruth's
Chris's. It reminds me of Ruth's Chris's.
Ruth's Chris's. What the hell does that even mean? Anyway,
I get it. I mean, you could change a name, whatever. Anyway, I think it's a really smart move because Mamdani, I think is going to win.
So do I.
And I think people don't realize there's a lot of what he says that he can't do. Right? He says, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Just like any other politician, there's certain things you cannot do. You just can't. For example, a lot of the tax stuff is handled at the state level, the state tax. He can adjust the Manhattan tax, which again, one of the few cities that has a tax, Manhattan, San Francisco. But when you look at it from that perspective, housing in Florida has started to drop dramatically in price. I'd probably say 6 months ago, but now it's based. And we're starting to get the seasonal people down here. Most of where I live is kind of a Midwestern area, but we're starting to get New Yorkers here too. And it's the same complaints. They don't like the people running, and they can't convince their neighbors to vote for anybody else because they're so, entrenched in this idea that one party is so much worse than the other. And I'd say one party is almost as bad as the other, but it's not a great situation for people. And if you have a socialist running who promises all these things, he had it on his website that he was, all I'm complaining about here is the wording. So I don't want to get anybody upset. Actually, I don't care if they get upset. We want to tax white suburbs and enclaves more than those of color. Now, he should have wrote it as wealthier more than white. He has the word white on his website. That kind of thing is going to push people into the South. And if you have a banking crisis, you need to have a lot more money in order for the Treasury secretaries to believe you're worth saving. So I think this is genius.
I do too. So tell me this, the last question about it too, is that the last administration, we saw Janet Yellen in front of Congress, and she was very clear. She said, if you are a bank that is systemic, is that if your failure could be a big deal, we always have your back. If you're not, you can go to hell. She might have not said go to hell. She might have said something different, but let's just pretend she did. Is the notion that this new administration is going to cut regulation is going to favor the banking system as a whole, making some of those undervalued regionals more valuable?
Yeah, I mean, well, you're the one who pointed that out to me a few minutes ago, and I hadn't thought of that angle. And I want to give you credit for that. But you're taking, you're creating the 9th largest bank in the country with this merger. This is, to me, a trend. It's going to be a trend that continues. where you get these larger regionals combining into these super banks that can now compete with the mega banks. Is mega more than super? I don't know. It's not
I
important.
don't know. It's about the same.
But it is. I think there is in the back of their mind. We need to become big enough to bail out.
Yeah. I think that's the truth too. So now there's what's the regional bank ETF? Is that KL something?
Oh, I'd have to look. I don't know.
Hold it right here. Hold on. Give me a second. You guys who watch us know how we are so incredibly professional, always prepared. It is the regional bank ETF is KRE.
Yeah,
And
KRE,
it does look in a really interesting pattern. As a matter of fact, in the newsletter on Sunday from Unfiltered Investor, I'm going to talk about some potential sector rotations, and I might mention that and do a little bit of an analysis on it. Anyway, this is Tradier Rundown. I'm Jim Iuorio. That's Bob Iaccino. I hope that the sunniness of his shirt came across in his general demeanor. And I hope you guys join us at Tradiers, the Trader's Edge. Don't change. Don't ever change. See you guys.